Hello indie game fans, part 2 of my coverage on the Guerrilla Collective event continues with a big one with the surprise announcement of GORI 2. This sequel to an underrated roguelite platformer retains its signature art style, so I'm curious about what's new. This one popped up during the Steam Game Festival, but Fights in Tight Spaces is a stylish tactics deck builder that has you essentially playing as John Wick or Neo in some close quarters combat. Simple but effective look visually, I'm interested in the overall progression of this. If you were like me and got freaked out by Toy Story when you were younger, GORI, CUDDLY CARNAGE will reignite some parts of your fears, but will give you the ability to take out these nightmarish toys as well. Impressive cel-shaded art style with the self-titled skeet and slash gameplay looking to be something different. Publisher New Blood Interactive has been knocking it out of the park with a number of retro first-person shooters with games like Dusk, and one such upcoming title is the very Thief-inspired stealth game GLOOMWOOD. Similar early 90s visuals, but the variety of eccentric weapons here look pretty fun. I do like my management sims, and 100 Days is one that I'm looking forward to. Run your own vineyard and breathe the seasons and elements on your wine-making journey. Again, simple but effective visuals with hopefully deep enough systems. One of the very pleasant and chill games is Lake, where you play as a young woman in 1986 who decides to return to her hometown for a 2-week stint as a postal worker.
Whenever I was in a bit of a pickle.
I hope I can fill his shoes.
She meets many familiar faces, and you have to make choices, where ultimately, at the end of 2 weeks, if she is to return to the big city or to stay and settle down. Another tactics deck builder makes the list with Floppy Knights, where you summon projections from floppy disks and use them in tactical combat. The artist on Dicey Dungeons is working on this title, so expect to see more of her great work, and I'm always down for more tactics games. This comes with an asterisk, since while the developer of Jay and Silent Bob, Chronic Blunt Punch, is considered as indie, the characters and IP are far from it. However, this follows up from the 8-bit Mole Brawl released earlier this year and looks like another fun brawler title.
Oh my god, he's dead! The master's dead!
Nothing to be done for the poor fellow until we drain the water, I fear.
We shall have to get him out of there if I'm to do an autopsy. Can't very well determine the cause of death just by gawping at him through the glass, you know.
Been keeping an eye on Lord Winklebottom Investigates, since this zany detective story stars a giraffe in a top hat and is a classic murder mystery investigation. Think Sherlock Holmes but with animals and you get the idea.
Oh my, how awfully embarrassing. I do hope that wasn't an important clue. This is Gilfrey on his wedding day. He was utterly devoted to Ethelberta. It was so sad when she passed away.
Terrible business, just terrible.
Good lord, it's an abomination.
When the night falls, there's only you and me. When the night falls, you can count on me.
Always a little bit cautious about indie multiplayer titles due to player count concerns, but Midnight Ghost Hunt does look promising, where ghost hunters are pitted against the spirits themselves.
So just tell me, where are you? I got a big surprise for you.
Try to survive or capture all ghosts by midnight, where the variety of ghostly skills and abilities does look pretty fun. The adventure game Minutes of Islands looks very interesting, since despite the cartoony, almost Adventure Time-like art style, this hides a much more gory and darker look, with guts, wounds and so much more. Go on a quest to repair a world on the brink of collapse by restarting hidden engines in islands where giants used to live.
it! It's me, Professor Scholz, Nina. Isn't your research station cozy? So now, what we really need is a close-up of this squirrel near its stash. We found them in treetops, under rocks, anywhere really.
I'm impressed with the visual style of Nuts, a stylish first-person exploration game where it is all about setting up surveillance cameras to capture squirrels in nature. Love the art style, which makes it stand out, with an interesting central mechanic and mystery as well.
What the? Is that what I think it is? Seems like things have only gotten stranger and stranger in Mammoth Forest over the last few years. We'll have our work cut out for us, getting to the bottom of this.
Take a trip to Paradise Island. Time for justice.
Conspiracy haunts our island.
If you love murder mystery stories and detective games like Phoenix Wright, then Paradise Killer may be of interest.
What business is it of yours?
You have no evidence.
Set on Paradise Island, a world outside of reality, play as the detective Lady Love Dies and explore the world in first person to solve this mystery.
The court finds Sam guilty. Carmelina guilty. Guilty.
The facts and the truth are not the same.
We have to nuke the poles, Amy. The terraforming plan could be shortened by years. It's worth the risk.
I'm concerned that if we do this, there may be uncalculated consequences for the colonies.
We live on Mars, Amy. What could be riskier than that?
Hopefully nothing. The nuclear bombs are working. The ice caps are evaporating.
I've mentioned the city builder set on Mars per Aspera before, but we got a better look at the gameplay, where you build a network of buildings and facilities while terraforming the planet, with hints of a mysterious antagonistic force that you will have to deal with.
You're trespassing.
What's happening, Amy? There was an explosion and the lights of what models are on fire!
Desist now.
I'm losing control.
Abandon Mars or suffer the consequences.
The very company of heroes like Iron Harvest launches really soon, but this RTS, set in an alternate history World War I, where robots are involved, looks very impressive visually and thematically.
Negotiate with them. We have to take back what is ours.
Not sure if the Swedish artist Simon Stellenhag is involved in this project, but it sure looks to be inspired by his work, with 3 factions, 40 unit types, 9 heroes and more in this beautiful looking game. I have a soft spot for this genre, so it takes the #1 spot. To see more of the big picture, check out these awesome videos and I will see you after the jump.